Okay, in my shop this morning, just completing the testing on this 400 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery bank. I'm actually doing the capacity testing on it this morning. Winston, the manufacturer of these cells, rates it at a 400 amp hour bank. And right now our pack voltage is still 11.81. My lowest cell is still 2.923, which is well above the 2.7 volts that I really don't want to go below. The battery monitoring system would cut that off at about 2.6 if I had the relays connected in, but I'm standing here this morning watching this go on, so I am the alarm. I'm watching the voltage very closely. We're drawing 105.4 amps of current out of the bank right now. We have been for over 4 hours now. Again, this is a 400 amp hour Winston LiFePO4 battery bank. It's going to go on a sailboat. I've been taking the current out of it, or the amp hours, with a ceramic disc heater run off an LiFePO inverter and another 400 watt inverter with a 200 watt light bulb. Sorry for blinding you there and blowing out the exposure. But here is what is unbelievably impressive. I got these cells from Winston on a clearance. They were a very good deal. Right now we're at negative 418 amp hours. So we've taken 18 amp hours more out of this bank in 4 hours, or 4+ hours, at 105 amps of current. Pack voltage is still 11.78. You would never, ever see this with a lead acid battery bank. The voltage right now would be through the floor. Batteries would be technically gone. They could not support a load like this for this long. So this pack has exceeded the manufacturer's specifications, and I am not even close right now on my lowest cell, which is about 1/100 of a volt. So out here, 1/100 of a volt lower than the other three, and that's about it. So I'm using that cell as to monitor. I'm checking all of them regularly as I'm here. But again, now we're approaching 420 amp hours out of a 400 amp hour bank, still holding 11.76 volts at 106 amps of current being drawn off it. The battery management board has not told us that there's a low voltage event yet. Not a single one of the cell monitors is going into low voltage. I've been watching that as well. And what can I say? This technology is just unbelievably impressive. I mean, just literally unaffected by current, so to speak. On a sailboat, the average load on the boat this is going on would be, maybe 10 amps at the high, and probably 5 or 6 amps. So this bank is going to see very, very light use. Again, this bank is beyond 0% according to the manufacturer right now. No capacity left in it. It's given us 21 amp hours more than what it's rated for, yet we're still well above the voltage. So the battery has got way more than 400 amp hours of capacity based on that voltage, so, and that load. But anyway, I think I'm going to terminate this test at 425 amp hours. And then recharge the battery and call this an extreme success. So very, very happy with the performance of this bank. The CE, just so we're aware, this is a Victron BMV 602 battery monitor. CE means consumed energy. It's just counting the amp hours coming out of the battery bank, simply counting amp hours. That's it. This battery bank has a Pukert of 1.0, so it's not affected by high loads or low loads. It just it puts out what it does, and that's it. So you can makes it easier for capacity testing, because I could throw any load in here. I could throw 400 amps on this and do it in an hour. I could capacity test it in an hour. Again, still holding voltage. No low voltage lights on there. Nothing. Kicking right along. Almost to 425, and at 25 amp hours more than what the battery is rated at, I'm going to call it a day. And call it an extreme success. Very, very impressed. There we go. 425 amp hours out of a 400 amp hour bank, still supporting 11.69 volts at 106 amps. Impressive.